Only in a time-locked building like the Woodbine Crown Mall would you see a "Help Needed" sign in a shop window. Not "Help Wanted", "Needed". It was handwritten on the back of a piece of what looked to be torn wrapping paper and taped to the glass at an odd angle. Shell stood outside the florist, her groceries and gravity tugging red crevices in the palms of her hands. Well, her mother's groceries. Not what she'd choose for dinner, but it wasn't Shell's kitchen, or Shell's table. Help needed. Shell's own voice inside her head had been so loud lately. We all need help. She imagined that whoever it was running a dank little flower shop in the Woodbine Crown probably needed a fair amount of help. Maybe not more than her, necessarily, but more than most. The mall was almost exactly as it had been since Shell was a child, or before even. 3 wings, and the great glass terrarium in the atrium, murked with moss and condensation. This would have been a gorgeous feature if it hadn't been there for 30 years and never seen a lick of window cleaner. A 3-pointed crown with a strange old emerald at the centre. It was a late 1970s relic, an aspiration towards American luxury retail ambience transplanted deep in the veins of the North Side Dublin suburbs. An architectural curiosity. 3 floors. The local Dunnes stores, a library, and a radio station. An enormous fountain in the centremost wing that had been gathering copper wish pennies to no apparent cause. No functioning elevator. A kip, Shell thought. A weird kip in a nest of housing estates. A heaving, dilapidated heart at the middle of a wire grid of old veins. The terrarium, the sick heart within the sick heart. Sick hearts all the way down. Not a single part of it had ever been knocked and rebuilt in Shell's lifetime. No new lights installed. The linoleum tiles on the floor, mostly a dappled beige, except those that had failed under endless footfall, which were replaced at random with incongruous glitch-like patches of red or black. The ceiling was low, but in such a way that a person would hardly notice until they perhaps had been inside for an hour and were met with the strange sensation that they were miles away from daylight. The unit layout was, seemingly, unplanned. It all made Shell feel a bit sick, generally. Some low nausea that could have been repulsion at poor design, instilled in her at art college. Or the unshakable awareness that she was, well, back home. Back here. She'd never had any intention of being anywhere of the sort. She didn't know whether she hated it truly or was just heartbroken. She couldn't tell yet. But either way, it was smothering. All of it.